We call it a hero's welcome, and you will not be wrong as the presidency gets set to receive the victorious D Tigers. Nyota has more on sports news.
Indeed. Thank you, Melinda. President Muhammadu Buhari will receive the victorious D Tigers tomorrow at the Federal Executive Council meeting in Abuja. The Minister of Youth and Sport, Solomon Dalong, said this when he received the FIBA African champions at the National Stadium in Abuja. The minister said President Buhari is happy with the spirit of determination showed by the ladies.
I'm happy that this victory is another proof of this fact. When we embarked on our reforms, we were much criticized. But we understood that getting the governance structure of our National Sports Federation right held the key to our success in sports. And so we made conscious choice to endure the criticism and to deliver to Nigerians new board of federations that we hope will bequeath to us our national sporting aspirations.
The Minister of Sports, Solomon Dalong. Now, it's a full house at the camp of the Super Eagles as Nigeria prepares to face the indomitable Lions of Cameroon in the 2018 FIFA World Cup qualifier on Friday. Moses Simon, Uche Agbo, Leon Balogun, John Ogu, Anthony Mwakame, and Victor Moses joined with their colleagues in Uyo, giving again a roar of full complement of his squad. Nigeria leads in Group B with 6 points, followed by Cameroon with 2 points, while Algeria and Zambia have a point each. The Super Eagles are fully committed, establishing an unsaleable lead in the pool. They have won the last 3 encounters between both nations at the senior level. And in tennis, defending champion Angelique Kerber has crashed out in round 1 of the U.S. Open. The German was overpowered by 19-year-old Japanese Naomi Osaka, who won 6-3, 6-1. It continues a disappointing year for the 29-year-old Kerber, who has not won a title since her victory in New York 12 months ago. Meanwhile, top seed Carolina Pliskova started her bid for a first Grand Slam title with a comfortable 6-2, 6-1 win against Poland's Magda Linette. Staying at the U.S. Open, Gennady Golovkin and Saul Canelo Alvarez took part in a Los Angeles promotional workout ahead of a big bout on September the 16th in Las Vegas after the silencing of Conor McGregor by Floyd Mayweather in the much-hyped fight of a decade. The boxing world now turns to the showdown between unbeaten middleweight champion Golovkin and Alvarez. Yes, indeed, in the U.S. Alvarez, the redhead darling of boxing-crazed Mexico, comes into the bout with a record of 49 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss. Knockout artist Golovkin, who has been so efficient in the ring over the last few years that he has had a hard time getting a top-flight opponent to agree to fight him, comes with a perfect score of 37 wins in 37 fights. Perfect way to end. Back to you, Melinda.
Many thanks, Nyota, but not so perfect for the people in Niger. Thousands of them have been ordered to leave the capital, Niamey, following serious flooding. Many buildings have been destroyed and key roads cut in several parts of the country. Even livestock have not been spared. Many people are said to be in dire state, taking shelter in schools, while others have nowhere to go. The United Nations had warned back in May that many people in Niger were at risk of flooding, and 40 people have died since the rainy season began in June. Flooding is a recurrent problem in Niger. Last year, it killed dozens of people and affected tens of thousands, mainly in the desert regions of Agadez and Tawa. Texas is not out of the woods yet. Water levels are still rising. U.S. President Donald Trump, accompanied by his wife, Melania, are visiting the areas worst hit by the flood. He addressed a crowd at the firehouse in Corpus Christi and promised to get them back immediately. He also congratulated the Texas governor and his team for doing what he described as a terrific job in dealing with the ongoing disaster. The slow-moving storm has killed 9 people and led to massive evacuations.
How great your representatives have been in working together. It's a real team, and we want to do it better than ever before. We want to be looked at in 5 years and 10 years from now as this is the way to do it.
Meanwhile, President Trump hasn't asked to grind with North Korea for firing a test missile near Japan. He describes it as a sign of contempt for neighbors and the United Nations. Pyongyang says it is being provoked by South Korea's military exercises with the United States, which it says is a rehearsal for an invasion. President Trump warned that North Korea would only increase its isolation and that all options are on the table. And the main news again. The Federal Ministry of Justice today set up a criminal investigating unit to handle all criminal investigations and speed up prosecution of cases in Nigeria. Also today, Lagos State government announced that it would arraign suspected kidnapper Evans tomorrow as a federal high court failed to deliver judgment on a suit seeking enforcement of his fundamental rights. And U.S. President Donald Trump today visited storm-ravaged state of Texas as water levels continue to rise, displacing thousands. That's the news at 10 tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Melinda Akinwani.